Welcome back to this snow day edition of Charlie's Mailbox, where I answer actual questions from actual people in my inbox. This week's question is: how do students submit work from Canva into Google Classroom? So, we've been talking a lot about Canva lately. It's a really great graphics tool. Used it at the faculty meeting just yesterday for presentations, for posters, for all sorts of things. So your students are going to be using this, and now you want them to be able to submit it. First of all, I do need to mention we have a new account for CVSD at Canva. So before using this with a class, please let me know so I can have the students set up in the correct account. Essentially, what you're going to do, I'll show you in my classroom here. Get out of here. You're going to create a link for your class on Canva, and you'll send that link out to the students, typically through Classroom, and they'll sign up that way. So let's assume you've done that already, and now you're ready for the next step. So here I am as a student, and I have my work, and I want to submit it. Well, as a teacher, when I set up this Canva assignment, a couple of things I'd like you to notice. One of them is I did include a due date, so it's due tomorrow. And that can be helpful for one of the ways I'm going to show you for students to submit. So I would set a due date if that is appropriate. Secondly, you'll notice I didn't attach anything here. There's no template. There's nothing. It's just a blank assignment for students to submit to. So let's see what that looks like from the student end. So here I am as a student and I want to submit. I'm going to come over here to share. And you'll notice right away that there's this copy link right here. There's also this public view link. And I'm going to show you both ways to do it. If you want to use the copy link, then something very important has to happen. You have to first allow anyone at CVU to edit, or you could just put the individual teacher name in, but generally it's easier to do it this way. So the default is when the students are first working, only you can access. So if they want to use this link, they do need to switch to CVU, and then they can copy the link. And then they're just going to go into Classroom, go to their assignment, click Add or Create, click Link, paste in that link, and turn it in. Now on the teacher side, let's take a look at what I got. All right, so here's that assignment. Now one person has turned it in. If I click on it, what you'll notice is I am now in Canva. I can see everything the student has done. I can even edit along with the student. Or for example, I could click here and there's a little comment bubble and I can say, nice job so far or whatever. And so it's kind of like going into a Google Doc and being an editor with the student. So it's a really nice way to do that if you want to get into that level of editing. The second way a student can submit, so I'm going to go ahead and unsubmit as this student. By the way, it's not a bad idea every now and again to see what the student experience is like in Canva. I'm sorry, in Classroom. Anyway, I'm unsubmitting. And I'm going to come back here and I'm going to do it a different way. If I click Public View link instead, I'll be prompted to create a link. Now I've already done it, so the prompt doesn't come up, but it'll say right here, create public link. And now you can copy this link. Now let's see what this public view link actually does. So I'm going to go to add or create. Oops, I still have the other one attached. Let me get rid of that one. Okay, add or create link. Now this is the public view link instead of the other link we showed earlier. Now, as the teacher, what do I see? Okay, back here. Did I submit? No, I didn't. So I'm going to do that. Turn in. Yep. Okay. Now back on the teacher end. Let's refresh. See if we got that submission yet. Yep. Now if I click on the CVU test student, notice what I get. I get the completed graphic, but I'm not in Canva. I can't do any kind of editing or that sort of thing. I can just look at it. So if that's all you need to do, you just want to see the final result, then the public view link is probably easier for you to do. I want to show you one more way that students can submit work from Canva. And again, as the student here, I'll have to unsubmit just to get this out of here. And I'll remove this link. Okay, so here's my student. One more way to do it. If I click on share, there is a Google Classroom icon right down here. Click, continue. It's now going to allow me to pick the classroom that I want to submit to. So this is CVU test course. For students, it would show all of their courses here. And then it's going to say which assignment. And that is why you needed to have a date on the assignment. It only works for upcoming assignments that have a date. So that is the purpose. So if I click on Canva 1 because it's due tomorrow, I click Go. I click Attach. I click View Assignment. Notice I haven't left Canva here. I'm automatically brought into Google Classroom. And now I can turn it in just as I did before. I have noticed, by the way, this just a moment comes up a lot, and I think that might be a bug, but it's not super important, but the way it names the file can be kind of funny. So I'll click Turn In, and in case you're wondering what kind of submission this would be the type where the teacher can actually see all of the student work. It's going to be in Canva. Let me just refresh because I keep submitting and unsubmitting. Okay, here we go, CVU test student. Notice I'm back into Canva, and like similar to the first process. So 3 ways to do it. In any case, you're going to make a Google Classroom assignment. You're going to allow students to either submit the public view link, this link, as long as they've changed it to see view can edit, or if you put a date on the assignment, Google Classroom and pick that assignment. Last thing I want to show you is suppose you do want to have a template as the teacher. You want them to get started with something. I'll show you how to do that. So here I am in Canva, excuse me, and I've written use this template, and I get that it's ugly, whatever, but this is the point. I want them all to start with the same thing. So this would be like where you make a copy for each student in Google Classroom. So I'll click share, and this time as the teacher, I'm going to go to Google Classroom, continue. And it gives me the choice to now choose my class. So here are all my classes. You see what it looks like. CVU test course. And the action can be just to create a material for students to look at, to make an announcement, to ask a question, or to create an assignment. I'm going to choose create an assignment, go. Notice what it does. It automatically puts that file that I created as an attachment. So I'm going to say Canva with template, and work on this or whatever. In this case, I don't really need a due date. I will set the topic to Canva. Now, what this is going to do when I assign it is it's going to do that thing where it makes a copy for each student. So let me show you the student angle on that. And now you see I have an assignment called Canva template. Let's take a look at it. View instructions. Okay, I haven't written any instructions here. Forgot to change the point value, but that's not important. When I click here, it's going to say, Charlie McFadgen just created a template. Start designing now. And this is the wrong template because, my apologies, I'm in the wrong classwork. I should be under Canva. That was me practicing earlier. Okay, let's try that one more time. So here, there it is. Created for you, and I'm going to click Use Template for New Design. And now all your students have this same template, and they can work from there. They will still need to submit it using one of the earlier methods I showed you, but this is just a way to get them started quicker if you want them all to start from the same place. So I hope that helps. It's definitely a few steps to work out and maybe a little tricky for you to decide which method you want to use. So please let me help you with that. I'm also happy to come into your class and help your students get started with this. Thanks for watching. Keep those questions coming.